Hey guys, what's going on today? Bojo here, and we are back for our NHL 16 Be a GM following the Philadelphia Flyers as we are in the off-season, I believe, after year number 5. Very unfortunate end to year number 5 as we had a hot start after picking up Rick Nash from the trade deadline. Won a lot of games in a row, but faltered near the end of the year, dropped back to the first wildcard spot. Ended up getting swept by the Tampa Bay Lightning, who eventually won the Stanley Cup. So the 4 times that we have gone to the playoffs in this GM mode so far, twice we have lost to the team that eventually went on to win the Stanley Cup. One to the Buffalo Sabres and one to the Tampa Bay Lightning. So this Flyers team needs something. We need to change something about this team in order to get our team on the right track. Now, it's not going to happen at the draft. It's going to happen when free agency comes around. That way we can see overalls and things like that, and we could actually make some decisions on what we need to do there. I want to see my players, or actually even could be before the beginning of the season even starts. I want to see where my team is going to be at overall wise before we eventually just start trading players off or making some wild trades like first round picks and things like that, future picks, maybe one of our top players goes, things like that sort. But until that happens, there's nothing I really need to do here. I don't think I can edit up my scout or my scouts. No, I can't edit up my scout for the draft, so I'm just gonna go to the draft, do the draft, and take it from there into the re-sign stage. Re-sign our players, drop off the players we know we're not going to sign. Other than that, we should be good. I am going to edit up my trading block, though. Let's edit up our trading block. Let's see if there would be any possibilities of us putting anything on the trading block here as we go into the draft. So goaltenders, nobody needs to get traded on goaltenders. Defensemen, is there any defensemen we need to trade? I was looking at your guys' suggestions. A couple of them were some really big names. Like Provorov was up there for being traded. That's a really big risk, though, because I know he's going to bloom into that top 2 defenseman, and I know he's going to be wanting a lot of money this year. So I know for a fact Provorov can't. Well, I can't trade him anyway because he's got 1 year left. Sanheim could go. Pig. Same thing with Gostisbehere, I believe. I think they're signed for 3-year contracts, right? Yeah. Moran and Bachman are probably going to be good. So yeah, the defense core stays intact. There's nobody else defensively I want to trade. Right wingers, Grantham, he's going to stay. Toffoli was a name who was supposed to be put on the block, so I'll put Tyler Toffoli on the trading block. And that was a name getting thrown around because I know Grantham is going to be possibly kicking him out of that spot because he is now 86 overall at 19 years old. Meyer was a name up there as well. Same thing with Julien Gauthier. So maybe we put up Timo Meyer and Julien Gauthier onto the trading block just to see what we could get for either of those guys. But other than that, that's basically about it because I don't see anything else other than those 2 guys. Left wingers, we really don't have much to give away. Simmons stays, Konechny stays. Schenner was a guy that popped up as well. I forgot about that. So Brandon Shen, but he has 1 year left. I have to make a decision on that. That's going to be a tough decision to make. So we put those guys up on the trading block. Let's just start the draft. Let's see what we're going to get here. So the Boston Bruins have the first overall pick in this year's draft. We have the 21st overall pick in the first round for our first round pick. So let's sim to our user pick here and see what this first round has in store for us. See how good the players went. So a couple elite guys, nobody franchise, so that's always nice. So a couple elite players, top 6 sniper, elite goaltenders, lots of elite guys early on, which is nice. A top 6 defensive enforcer, that's pretty funny. Another elite sniper, elite 2-way defender, that's pretty good. What do we need? We really don't need goaltenders since we have an elite goaltender prospect. Defensively, we have a couple top 4 guys, which is nice, but our defense core is still relatively young. They are getting up there in age now. And then offensively, we have a very young offensive team. Relatively, other than our superstars. Other than our superstars, Jerome Voracek and Simmons, guys like that, you know, they're up there. But there's 3 first-round guys still left here. We have a right winger, a goaltender, and a center. So let's see what we have here. We have Johan Ackerman, Curtis Alonco, who's a right wing sniper, 20 years old, and then we also have Clarence Stevens, the center, two-way forward. What do we want here? Or we could take the defensive defenseman here, Vegeti. We could go with a best potential as well. Top 9 guy, Putolny, Blair, Heleno, Holtz, Kemp. A lot of good potential D guys are still available. Putolny's going to be in the first and second round there. Maybe we should just go for the best possible players, yeah. Really, I don't really need anything too spectacular in this draft. I could use like a player all around, to be perfectly honest. But defense, goaltending is nothing I need. So it's either got to be Stevens or Alonco. Who do we want? A sniper or a two-way forward? I think a two-way forward. Well, like I said, we're struggling with scoring, so we need to keep stacking up on these sniper players. Medium potential to become elite, 21st overall pick. I'll take that. Let's see if the other guy goes. Antonio, known. Washington didn't pick him. Stevens was medium top 9, so I'm glad I took Alonco. Medium potential to become elite for another sniper, so another really good pick for us here in these drafts. Drafting for the past like 2 years for this Flyers team has really been paying off, it seems. So let's try to hit up a defenseman here with this pick. See if we can get ourselves a nice little defensive prospect. Alright, we got a couple second round guys still left. And we have exact potentials on these players as well. Haberlin and Zucker are the offensive players. Sebastian Haberlin and Neil Tucker. But they're young. I don't really see a need for them. Kenneth Zeller or Stuart Burrish is definitely the go-to choices right here for defense. Both of them are 19 years old, 6'1", 198 or 6'3", 235. That's a pretty good height for a defensive defenseman who's got this better stats. It looks like we have this guy's got a little bit more as well. So I'm gonna take Stuart Burrish here with my second round pick. Low potential to become a top 4 defenseman. I will take that any day of the week. Alright, so as we go to the third round here, we should have a couple third round picks. I'm not even going to really look at the other players. Teams that went and drafted guys. Don't really need that. So we took a sniper, and then we took a defenseman. Let's see. I might as well just go best potential. Best potential with the best projected. A lot of top 9 guys in there. Let's see. Top 6. Heleno, D'Agostini. It looks like this guy, Don Cullimore. It's got a lot of red everywhere. Third, fourth round here as well. Center playmaker Jeff Hainsey. I like a two-way forward. That'd be not too bad. We don't have many of those down there. Well, we kind of do. That one dude we picked up last year, the medium elite guy, is actually on his way. Huxley, Sandy Huxley, another defensive defenseman who's pretty well scouted, all in the 70s. The Owen Sound attack. A lot of defensemen in this year's draft, it seems. Martin Toms, Jonas Nevens. No, let's go with Cullimore. Yeah, let's go with. There's also D'Agostini, but he's a 4th round guy. Yeah, let's go with Cullimore. Low potential for a bottom 6, not too bad. Since he was a pick, we should have another pick in the. Yep, only a couple guys away. So Huxley was his low potential for a bottom 6 forward. Some goaltenders are still going. I don't need to pick up any goaltenders this year, which is fine by me. Who else was still left in the third round? A lot of players here. 2 goaltenders, don't need them. Schneider, another sniper who's scouted okay. Nakamura. Shinsuke! That's pretty hilarious. WWE reference right there if anybody didn't understand that. A lot of centers too. A lot of centers and goalies. Victor Alexiev, Semi Mikola, Jay Hodges, really red on that guy. Eric Nakamura, Jacob Schneider. Schneider's still there. I'm gonna take Schneider. Medium potential for bottom 6. Okay. Couple more forward prospects being brought in. Alright. Back into the 4th round we go. And now we basically just go potential with best possible projected. 4th and 5th round, I think we take this guy. Damn, forgot to turn my notifications off. I think we just take Joe Heinrich. We could take Joe Heinrich. We could also take Brule, Denisov, Darby. There are another defenseman here. We could go off the board. Pick up either Tom's, Bluequince, or St. Jacques. St. Jacques is an awesome name. This guy's got not too bad. Caesar St. Jacques. Probably Cesar St. Jacques. That's a pretty ridiculous name. I'm going to take him just because his name is so awesome. We'll go off the board a little bit there. 7th defenseman. Meh. I just took him for his awesome name. Basically. Alright. Potential again. Let's see. What do we got? What do we have? Bloomquist, Toms. 5th and 6th rounder. A-bomb from Abraham Riley. This guy's scout looks pretty good as well. Trainer. In relation to Megan. I'm going to take this guy. Another two-way forward. AHL top 6. That's pretty shitty. I think all the players now are just going to be really not great. So what I think I'm just going to do, the entire draft is complete. I forgot I gave away my 6th and 7th round picks. So we pick up 6 players in the draft. And we can get to the resign stage here in this video. I don't think Rick Nash retired. But we're not going to sign him nonetheless. Yeah, Nash did not retire. But I'm not going to end up re-signing him anyway. It's just pretty pointless to do so. Alright, so Steve Mason needs to get re-signed. Once again, 32 years old. He wants a 4-year deal, but I think I'll take him till he's 36. I don't know if I feel comfortable with Mace being 36 years old as a starter for us. I'm thinking like a 2-year deal this year. I'll pay the extra money to get him, but I'm thinking a 2-year deal because if things don't work out this year, Steve, we have to figure out a way to replace you and get somebody younger into the squad because you and Neuwirth, as much as you guys are getting it done, we have to really start restructuring the goaltender around. Alright, so I'm going to bump him down to like 5.4 for 2 years. That should be able to get him in. We'll see what happens with there. McBride, I do believe gets signed here because I think Stoley still wants a 1-year deal. 2 years. Yeah, Stoley's not going to be anything good. I'm just going to qualify an offer to Stolars, but I'm not going to sign him because I don't think Stoley's going to turn around. I don't think he's going to progress. I do not. So, with that in mind, McBride will get signed, and he'll play alongside of Vixton in the AHL. And we'll re-sign Neuwirth to his 1-year deal at 1.9. And get him back. Alright, so there's our goaltender situation taken care of. Let's get the defensive situation right there. Okay, so Burish, not too bad. 74 overall, top 4 potential defenseman for Stuart Burish, a defensive defenseman. Maybe a unaccompanied rookie right behind Sam Warren, so that's always nice to see. St. Jacques, not too much. Alright, we got to clean up the AHL defense a little bit. Mark Alt, I'm going to let you go. Even though you're still a decent defenseman down there. I'm going to let you go. Udens, I'm going to let you go. Got to clean up the team a little bit. O'Grady, you can go. Postma, I think I can probably let you go. I will. I can find some better defensemen in free agency. Pushkarev, you can go. Ulf Bachman, you need yourself a contract. You're young. Said you're young, so you want a decent deal. It looks like you're gonna get better by like an 8-year deal at $4 million, which is not too bad. I think I should lock this guy up long term. He seems like he's gonna be a nice little reliable offensive defenseman alongside of Shane Gostisbehere. If he can get his shooting category up there a little bit, he should be decent. But he's got a nice defensive category as an offensive defenseman, that's always nice to have. You need to be good offensively, but good defensively as well. So I think I'll give you a 4-year deal. I'm bringing you up to a 26. So we'll see where you're at then. 3-1. I'll bump you down to like a 2.8 for 4 years for Bachman. That should be good for him. Jesper Peterson, I'm gonna let go as well. And then Ivan Provorov. All right, Ivan, how much? Hold on, let me qualify. Offer to you. All right, Ivan, how much do you want? You only want 2-year deal at $5 million. I'm gonna lock you up long term as well. I think I get you for like a 5-year deal, bring you up to your 28. Yeah, I'm gonna lock up Ivan long term here. 6, and then 3. So 1 mil off of that, 5.5. 4 or 5 years for Ivan Provorov should be perfect amount. 5-year deal. For Pravi at 5 mil, that should be a perfect amount of money, because if he gets better, blooms into that top 2 defenseman, that'll be a really good signing for us. Everybody else, sorry guys. Everybody else down here seems to be pretty good. Yep, everybody else seems to be perfectly fine. For defensemen, alright, right wingers. Alanko. Elite potential 78 overall, Curtis Alanko. We'll hold on to him till preseason starts, because he is 20 years old, so that makes sense why he is a high overall. But not too bad, 78 overall, 20 years old as a sniper, not too bad. Moss, I'm going to hold on to you as well. Rick Nash, like I said, I could re-sign you, but I see no point of doing so. I'm going to release you. Max Talbot, do we need you back again, or could we get somebody else? Let's get somebody else. You're 36 years old. You might start to digress by the year's end. Ryan White, still decent as a 4th liner, but could I possibly get somebody better? 83, 85. 1 more year for Ryan White. 1 more final year for Ryan White. 1 more final year for Ryan White. Zubov can go. Alright, Julien Gauthier, qualify all of these players right here. Zheplovs, we qualify. Yamamoto, we qualify. And Meyer, we qualify. Okay, so we qualify offers to all those players. Gauthier, let's see. Julien Gauthier still wants a 2-way deal, and it doesn't look like he's going to progress any whatsoever. So, Julien, I'm going to leave you. Do I want to leave him as an RFA? Because he's going to be a depth forward. Pretty much. I don't see Gauthier getting any better. One year, that's it. If he doesn't progress next year, he gets traded. Jeff Loves, I'm probably going to leave because he's not too great either. His defensive category is way too bad for a 2-way forward. So Jeff Loves, I'm going to leave there. Meyer, he wants 3 years at 2.5. It looks like he's going to stay around this 84 overall, so he could become like a Scott Lawton in a sense. 2 years at 2.252 or 2. Yeah, blah, words. 2 years at 2 mil for Meyer should be good. Keanu, we can definitely get Keanu back. Sure, 2 years at 2-way deal. And we should be good with those guys to go. Right wingers are fine. Left wingers, all right, Koznahov and LaBarbera, they're okay, but we're going to hold off on them again until next year to see. Riley, Schneider's not too bad. Braden Shen. Travis Konechny. All right, let me get Travis back. All right, Lear, we can release. Edgar O'Sullivan, qualify. Watson, release. Konechny. All right, how much does Konechny want? Konechny wants 4 mil. Wow, he looks like he's gonna really burst off. It looks like he's gonna get a big jump this offseason. His morale might be really low, so like he's at a neutral morale right now, which possibly could mean that he might be like a 86, 80, 85, 86 type player right now. So his morale might be killing him a little bit. I'm gonna give you the 3-year deal what you want. 4, 2, so that should be 6. So 2 and then 4 again. So 3 points. It'll be 3.675 for Konechny for a 3-year deal. Seems like he's gonna jump really big, so I'll let it go. O'Sullivan, yep, we get you back for sure. Jenner, I'm gonna hold off on because I want to see what I want to do with Braden Shen. And then centers. All right, Culmore, generous is 80 overall, elite potential player. I definitely should sign him this year to his entry-level deal. Livingston, Beagle, Jay Beagle, what do we got? Beagle is now minor league scoring forward, so he's not a depth player anymore. Kruger is really unhappy with the squad. He's really considered a depth forward, but his defensive category is still so good. It's still so good. I can't not let Kruger go. And he's still on a two-way deal, so I definitely re-sign Kruger. Cornell, what do I want with Cornell? Let's see. What type of contract does he want? Okay, he wants an NHL type deal, which makes me believe that... he might be possible this year. We'll see. Magali. I don't really see me doing anything with Magali, so I'm just going to qualify him and let him... Actually, you know what? Well, I'll qualify him, so he's on my team. Can't do anything about that. Marc-Olivier Roy. Yeah, for sure. Qualify you. Nathan Noel. Obviously qualify you. Magali, I'm going to leave. Marc-Olivier Roy, he wants a one-way deal at 1 mil. So let me see if I can get him down to that. Let me see if I can get Olivier Roy on that. And then Nathan Noel, how much do you want? Well, you say franchise, but you're making a good bit of money here. I'm gonna see what you got, Nathan. So 5 mil on the dot. Actually 4.9. I could probably bump you down for 2 years for Nathan Noel. I want to see what this guy has. I want to see if that potential can get a little bit better. If so, then you'll get your payday. But until then, you gotta prove to me that you can get it done. You gotta prove to me that you can get it done as a defensive type playmaker. The way Noel's stats are, he really should be kind of considered as like a two-way forward rather than a playmaker, in my personal opinion. Maybe we can change his player type. Maybe that could be something that we do in the offseason, change Noel's player type. But in any event, let's go to Advance a Day here, and let's see what our thing is here. Alright, so Kruger, Mason, Generous, White, Neuwirth, McBride, Bachman, Konechny, Cornell, Meyer, Marc-Olivier Roy rejected. Nathan Noel's good. Gauthier, Provorov, Yamamoto, O'Sullivan. Alright, we pretty much got everybody back except for Marc-Olivier Roy. And we do have a few stragglers left as well. Alright, so here is all of our unsignees. We still have 6.885 of cap space available. Alanko, I don't know if I'm going to have space or not to sign him. I'll check my contract situation in a bit. Let me get the guys who are still under contract. Braden Shen, Jeff Palaz, Magali, and Roy. You know, I'll leave all those guys as just restricted free agents. If somebody wants to go sign them, do so. But I don't think any of these guys will really have any good stats. Not particularly, not good stats. Nah, not really. None of those guys really turned out well for us. So I'm going to leave them as restricted free agents. If they sign, they sign. If not, they don't sign. But Braden Shen is a big decision right here. This is a big decision for us to make right here. I gotta check out forward-wise and see what I got. Sort this by the overall. Is Braden Shen on this team? Does Braden Shen make this team? Claude Giroux, Jacob Voracek, and Wayne Simmons. So Wayne Simmons is actually dropped now to a top 6 forward. Still first line, but still, he's a first line player. So Giroux, Voracek, and Simmons is line number 1. I'm thinking second line is Nathan Noel, Earl Grantham, and Sean Couturier, maybe? Or Tyler Toffoli. I'm thinking that's what my second line is. It's definitely Noel and Grantham. Noel and Grantham are definitely my second line this year, along with either Tyler Toffoli or Sean Couturier at this point. Or I sign Braden Shen and trade off one of those guys. I think Coots moves down to like the third line now if I so choose. How much does Shenner want? He wants 4 mil. 4-year deal, Braden? I can't do that for you. There's no way I can do a 4-year deal. 60, 50, 50. 60, 50, 50 is what Braden Shen has been putting up. While Sean Couturier has been putting up 50, 50, 40. but Coots is also a fantastic defensive type player, which we need for this team to continue along with it. Now Toffoli will bring us 50 points as well, even if we do relegate him down to the third line. But I would probably play him second line. 2 snipers with a playmaker like Noel would be pretty good, and Grantham I think does have some really good puck moving skills as well, so that's not too bad. Braden, I think you bite the dust here, man. I really do. I think it's time for us to move on from Braden Shen, because like I said, first line's right here. Second line, Noel, Grantham, and Toffoli, I guess. Third line, Couturier, Meyer, and Konechny, maybe? Couturier, Meyer, Konechny. Fourth line, Kruger, White, and somebody else. Maybe a prospect comes up. Maybe they get a little bit better. Cornell, Gauthier, maybe? I don't know. But I think Schenner's out. I think Schenner is out. I really do. I think Braden Shen is out of here. Yep, I'm going to make the executive decision right there. Braden, thank you so much for your time here. I really appreciate it, but we need to make some changes with this team. And you know what? You are unfortunately going to bite the dust. I can't give you $4 million over 4 years. That's just going to cause a bunch of cap issues for us right now. Only reason I'm keeping Coots over you is because Coots has a better defensive category than you. He's much more value to me defensively than offensively, and we have a much better offensively minded person now on the team than you did. So thank you, Braden. I could just sign you and trade you, but I'm not about that life. I'd rather just release him. Braden Shen's out of here. He's gone. Braden Shen is off of the team. That stings. That stings a bit, but that is a move that had to be done. And I think that's it. Don't think there's anything else I need to do. I didn't sign anybody else. That is it. That's it. That's what we needed to do. Simulate it up to free agency here. See what's going to be available. But Stolar is accepted. Jefflov is accepted. Magali, Bernard, once again, those are restricted free agents, so anybody in free agency does have free liberty to go sign those players. But they accepted the contract under us, and they are free to do whatever they so wish. Alright, let's go check out the free agency pool here and see what we got for forwards. Kalak, Pozo, and Rick Nash are the big fish here in free agency to start off. Pozo wants a long year deal, 6 years, but we're not about that. We don't need these big name players anymore. Schenner's up there as well, as he wants a 4-year deal for 4 years. 4 mil, almost 5 mil for 4 years, but we're not about that. Berglund, Jenner, Trevor Lewis, not too bad. How about UFAs? Let's see, UFAs. Any top potential prospects here? This guy is second line player. Pontus Aberg, he was that Nashville guy. Yeah, Pontus Aberg, a second line player. His morale must be really, really low, since he is technically a second line type player. Only wants 2 years at 1.6 mil. That would be a pretty good steal for somebody if they went out and signed him. But, you know, a couple top 9 potential players right there. How about RFAs? Any good RFAs? Marc-Olivier Roy for us. Andre Case, Valentin Zykov's up there as well. John Quenville, Bishop. Yeah, probably a couple of our players are up there. Excuse me. Lerno. That's the only guy there for defense RFAs, UFAs. Any good prospects there? So, oof. Well. Couple good prospects, UFAs. Nick Ebert. 7th round draft pick by the Los Angeles Kings in 2012. Elite potential. Once again, another guy whose morale might be low. It'll be interesting. Wants 2.2 over 3 years. Same thing with Connor Carrick. 77 overall. Top 4 potential D. Then you just have a couple guys right there with top 6s with Dylan Blajou, Duncan Siemens, Tyler Hoare, and Connor Walters. Terry Limbaugh up there as well. But nothing really too spectacular about defense. How about the overall wise on defensemen for Defensive free agents: TJ Brody, Justin Braun, Jelena, Siemens, Gudas, Scandella, Dillon, Enstrom, Murphy, Morrow, Blazeusz, Schlemko, Limbaum, Stanton, Gryba, Barberio. Alright, so here's the depth players for some defense. Barberio's up there again. Sergeyev, Straight, Forbert, Erickson, Orlov, Trevor Van Riemsdyk, Nate Schmidt. We got a couple good guys up there for depth D, man. Jason Garrison, Paul Postma, Sproul, Josh Manson. So you got a couple good guys up there defensively for some free agents. And then if we go to goaltenders, any top goaltenders here? Not really. Martin Jones, Chad Johnson. A couple of good backups there if you want to get, if any team wants a backup. And then the potential players are just Malkin and Dredger as your high potential players, and backups, RFAs are Olsen, Yanni Salo, Nick McBride. Well, did I see Matt Murray on the UFA list? I did see Matt Murray on the UFA list. That sucks that he didn't progress in this version of the GM, but Matej Tomek is down there as well. He's been down there as well. Didn't progress all too much either. But that is what free agency looks like, guys. A lot of highly overall rated players, but yeah, I think we just, I don't know if we need anything other than the depth players once again. I think the smartest decision for us to make is to sign our depth players, go into the beginning of the season, and this year more than any year is why we need to see these overall jumps. These overall jumps next year are a main reason why, are going to be a main determinant of what we're going to do with this team. We need to see these overalls jump. We need to see what the players are going to look like before we make any kind of deals for next year. Because we already made one big splash. We let Braden Shen go. We let Rick Nash go. We need to figure out what this team's future is going to happen, because we have a lot of young players coming up. A lot of young players, and they need to make this team. So, out with the old, in with the new, quicker now than later. It's going to be next year. Next year, without question, is going to be the year where a lot of the young, older guys are finally going to be out of there. Maybe that's when you start considering moving Voracek and Giroux out of there and getting in some top-notch prospects or some really young but still veteran, high overall players to help out this team, because a lot of you guys were saying that we need some scoring on that back end for the defense, and those guys are not getting it. They're good defensively, but they need some scoring on the back end. Maybe moving off one of the two-way forwards like either Haig, Sanheim, or Provorov, and picking up somebody with a little bit more experience and a higher overall, a really good veteran type player an established veteran type player who would be in this GM mode 5 years down the line from when we started. So a lot of considerations to make, but I'll just probably take some time on my own to sign the depth players. I'll show you guys who I sign, and we'll begin next episode at the beginning of year number 6, and we'll take a look at the team and see what happens with it. But thanks guys for watching. If you did enjoy, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe as always. Let me know for some possible suggestions that you guys would like to see for the team. Obviously, we're not going to make any decisions next video, but we'll definitely take those considerations in for the following one. But thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time.